On the Republican side, there is no competition. The party coalesced around Kevin Faulconer early, and he's a pretty sure bet of making the runoff. What will his campaign be like? KUSI's Steve Bosch is in the newsroom with that part of the story. Steve?
Sandra, as you may know, the Democrats have a commanding lead in party registration in the city, so Kevin Faulconer will have to rely on the Republican base, independent voters, and appealing to moderate Democrats.
Kevin Faulconer handed in his signatures and paid his filing fee this afternoon, and thus he became the first official candidate for mayor. As this campaign gets underway, all of the polling we've seen shows the voters want a mayor who is competent, not political, an honest broker who understands the issues and where the city needs to go.
On day one, we're going to talk immediately about getting San Diegans back to work, helping to jumpstart our economy for every neighborhood and small businesses particularly. We want to get the city back into the competition business.
The voters have grown weary of hearing about the city's problems. They want effective, competent leadership.
They want to see, after a divisive campaign for mayor last year and a very divisive Filner administration, they want to see somebody that legitimately can bring the city together and focus on getting things done that matter to the taxpayers.
Here is Faulconer's challenge, according to political consultant Jason Cable-Rowe.
Kevin Faulconer's challenge is to communicate to people how effective he's been in his 7 years on the council, and that he would be a guy that can hit the ground running day one, whereas somebody like a Nathan Fletcher, who is unfamiliar with city issues, would have to even figure out what's going on before he could have any impact as mayor.
It seems the candidates are all saying the same things, bringing people together, moving the city forward. How is Faulconer different from the others?
People look at me, they say, you know what, Kevin? You've always told us what you believe, and you haven't changed your mind about that. You've always stood up, have principles and integrity. I've done that when I've been on the council, and that's exactly what I'm going to bring as mayor.
A special election is quite different than a regular election. The time frame is short, the money is limited, and the challenges are heightened. With only 60 days to the election, this will be a different type of campaign. No way to know if it will be positive or negative.
And most candidates aren't going to have the resources to define themselves and define their opponents. It's a pretty high hurdle. So it's going to depend on what the outside groups that are raising and going to be spending money, what kind of tone they take.
So Faulconer's strategy will be to stay in the middle, hold on to the Republicans, take a majority of the independents, and get a good chunk of the moderate Democrats. Steve Bosch, KUSI.